Well, that was less fun. Hanging out on my Discord, and this image gets shared around. We all have a good chuckle at my expense. I definitely resemble some of that. So it's mentioned that it came off of Reddit. I fire up my app, and there it was, on the front page. Now, if you're into the nerdcore, you don't see a lot of the techie tech stuff blowing up on the front page of Reddit. If I go by all, I usually have to scroll a bit before I see some Android stuff. So immediately, I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, man. Hundreds and hundreds of comments. Here's the deal. And you've probably heard me whine about this stuff before, but tech reviewing has pivoted to focus on a niche group of consumers. Tech reviews are produced for tech fans. We can look at a few top tier channels on YouTube and we see some great traffic for those channels, but views on those videos aren't a huge chunk of general consumer traffic. It's cool if you see 4 million hits on a video, but smartphone ownership is measured in the billions. Even during a global pandemic, we probably saw around 1.5 billion phones sold, knowing that there's probably a bit of audience overlap between various tech reviewers. We're looking at a tiny subset of consumers tuning in to hear our thoughts on consumer tech. We maybe contribute to the purchasing decisions of, roughly 4% of all the phones sold? Maybe? And I'm probably guessing at the most generous high end of that estimation. We keep seeing headlines like 9 out of 10 people find no benefit to buying a new phone. And can we blame those people? Manufacturer marketing would have us believe that every iteration of a new phone represents magic, revolutionary upgrades, more power. And that phone that you bought 6 months ago, well, now it's garbage. The comments on this Reddit post are surprisingly fair in their frustration. I mean, come on, watching editorials post with shocked face thumbnails and really getting to the truth about owning a phone for 4 whole months. Can a premium phone from 2020 even work in the far-flung futuristic year of 2021? I gotta take a brief tangent here. Average phone ownership roughly averages about 28 months, depending on what analyst you follow. So considering that that's the average, it's likely that for every tech nerd who flips their phone once a year, there are more people hoping to hold on to a phone for longer than 3 years. But I digress. Just thought you'd like to know. I gotta say, because I do resemble some of this, it's rough being confronted so directly in a wacky meme joke on Reddit, but it's some surprisingly useful guidance from outside of our techie echo chamber. There's a smaller group of us that look at the technology as the entertainment. Talking about the phone is entertaining to me. The vast majority of consumers out there aren't entertained by the phone, but what services they use on the phone. When we techies shoot a bunch of videos couching our criticisms behind the shield of protecting the average consumers, but we're mostly talking to an audience of smartphone fans, the rest of the world notice that mismatch. Here's a guy flipping premium expensive phones every other week talking about how normal people use gadgets, but nothing he's saying matches up with me getting through the day on my more mainstream priced phone. And this guy is acting like the premium phone, the expensive phone which came out last year, which is in order of magnitude more powerful than what I just got from my prepaid carrier today, is now somehow garbage. Yeah, screw that. I'm gonna go see if Jarvis Johnson is making fun of life hacks again. I say this kind of stuff a lot, but we keep seeing more evidence to support the idea that average consumers stopped listening to us techies years ago. Tech influencers are not tastemakers. I think it's healthy to check in. You know, a little self-reflection is probably good for us, though it brings up the existential crisis of our craft. I'm not sure what might return tech reviewing to a more broad form of entertainment, especially for how easy it seems to be to manipulate commentary based on the popularity of companies that spend the most on advertising. I find it increasingly likely that manufacturers are just going to ratchet up the early hype train coverage, and that viewership will continue to plummet faster and faster after those devices start shipping to actual consumers. Oh, the hinge. The hinge is so amazing. No, I can't show you the screen. Smash that bell icon. Another brief aside, if you were rightfully a bit spiky about Microsoft's relationship with reviewers, but you're generally fine with Samsung and Apple, yeah, that's just brand bias. But we should probably go ahead and wrap this video up. That's where we're at. An existential crisis viewed through the harsh mirror of a Reddit joke. Our community is becoming a tired Reddit joke. I don't have some proper conclusion to this editorial. Like most of my videos, I'm not claiming answers, but a place to start a conversation. In a world dominated by consumer tech, data connections, and facing incredible challenges for future services, how do we rejoin a conversation with larger and broader communities? How do the most tech savvy of us not get left out and left behind? It's something to think about, and hopefully we can chat. As always, thanks so much for watching, for sharing, for subscribing. I have a normal patter to the end of my videos, but I kind of feel like I'm just gonna cap this one, so I'll catch you all on the next video.